Hello everybody, welcome to another Junk Journal with me video. I hope everyone is okay and doing well in all these scary and strange times that we live in. I am doing a mix of journaling today. Some is sort of relevant to the current situation and some is just some photos and stuff that I've had lying around and wanted to journal. As per usual, I'm kind of starting off with one pile of like stuff that I want to journal and then another pile of pretty things that I've pulled out of one of my many junk journaling drawers or stuff from my junk journal cart. I just pick random scraps and make them work. So this first little page I'm doing here, the story behind this is my best friend sent me through Amazon a box of 48 cream eggs because I love cream eggs. I'm obsessed with them. I can't get enough of them this time of year, like between January and May when you can get them. I can't stop. It's a problem. But shortly at the beginning of lockdown, she'd said to me, "Have you got any cream eggs?" I was like, "No, I haven't got any cream eggs." So bless her, she sent me an enormous box through Amazon. So I thought I would document that. So I've got some pictures of the box and me eating one of the eggs next to the box, and also some of the packaging. I thought I could use that. I have her little gift note from Amazon as well. Originally I thought about fussy cutting the logo and the little egg and stuff to use, but then I thought actually I can make a pocket out of one thing, so that's what I did with the cream egg logo and just used a scallop border punch to make it more interesting. And then I was looking at the image of the egg and thinking I can make something cool out of this, so I took it over to my die cut machine and found an appropriately sized die tag and used that, and I was so chuffed with how that turned out, that little cream egg tag. I don't know what it is about it, I just love it so much. I backed my photos on another piece of the packaging because obviously it's the perfect red, sticking the Amazon gift note on the back of my little egg tag that I'm obsessed with, and then I just used a little bits of really slim red washi on the sides of that just to make it look, I don't know, a little bit more interesting. I was just about to stick down my little pocket made out of the cream egg logo with, you know, double-sided tape on two of the sides, so it's more, I suppose it's more of a tuck spot, but whatever. And then just before the glue hit the page, I was like, I can make this look just a little bit more interesting by just having some scraps of washi behind everything. So that's what I'm doing there, just red washi from my stash to go with the whole, you know, the colours of Cadbury's cream egg. I'd also chosen that page that I'm sticking everything down on because it says merci up the top, and I thought that was quite appropriate because obviously I was very grateful to my bestie for sending me this. So I thought something that said thank you up the top worked really nicely. It was a page from a planner that I hacked pieces and put in pages of it in my junk journal, basically. So just going to slip the tag behind there, add a little bit of twine. I found some purple twine, which is another one of the Cadbury colours, so yeah, decided to use that. I did have to use my crocodile to make the hole a bit bigger because those particular tag dies with the scalloped finish at the top, they make the tiniest little hole. Like, you cannot get twine through that thing. It is virtually impossible. I was going through my Tim Holt snarky comment stickers just there because I was wanting like some funny quips about friendship or something, but I couldn't find any, so instead I've just chosen some of these clear stickers. I've got "you're the best," "oh yeah," and then hashtag "sorry not sorry," because I'm not sorry that I have a cream egg addiction, not even a little bit. And that is that page complete. So a bit of fun for that one. This one might seem slightly more serious. This is, if you're in the UK, you'll know exactly what this is. If you're not, this was a letter sent from the government to every single household in the country about lockdown, about like the instructions to stay at home. I mean, I'm not going to get into political things about whether this letter was necessary or not because we kind of knew all this information anyway. But either way, it's still like a piece of history, and it, you know, just came through the door, and I thought, you know, this will be quite good to put in my junk journal. So I kept the envelope as well because, you know, it kind of says what the contents of the inside the envelope are on the outside. So I thought, you know, that would be handy to have. What I have here, these letters that say "stay home," those are actually the negative of a cut file, a Paige Evans free cut file from her Facebook group that was for "Let's Stay Home," and I cut that to use in a scrapbook layout that you will probably see in a few days or so. And yeah, as I said, this is the negative for that, so I thought I could use that. So I'm just colouring the letters with 3 different Distress Oxides to get that sort of faded effect. I'm using old paper, bundled sage and peeled paint. to do that, and then just sticking those straight down on the envelope. I had to sort of cut a little bit of the crossbar of the T, because where the fold was, I didn't want any of those letters, because you know they're made out of card or cardstock, to go over the fold, because then it would make it bulkier, quite frankly, and trying to avoid too much bulk is always something I'm aware of when I'm working in my junk journal. So that's why I just cut that in half so it wouldn't go over the fold. And then to make it even more interesting, I took this cross stencil and a baby wipe to lift up some of the colour off the letters. It wasn't working so well this time. I don't quite know why. It's kind of showing up better on camera than it does in real life. So then I took another colour of Oxide, this one Antique Linen, just to add some crosses on top of the envelope as well, because it was just kind of looking a bit messy, and there were some blotches and stuff. Again, you can't really see them in video, but I'd done some scuff marks and things, and just adding extra stenciling made it work a bit better. Going around the edges with a doodly border using a Pigma Micron pen, and then I'm going to use a thinner nibbed Micron to go around each of the letters just to make them stand out a little bit with one of those faux stitched borders. Has anyone seen, by the way, on the internet, like, because the font on their envelope that says this is a vital update, blah, 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 is the exact same font from Cards Against Humanity. So people are using the cards to put like, this is a vital update about blank, from blank, about blank, and people are being very funny about it. I didn't notice at first, someone else pointed it out to me and I was like, oh my goodness, that's quite funny. Anyways, just a little side note there. If anyone's seen any good ones, let me know. So yeah, I folded the letter itself into half again, just so it would slip in one half of the pocket, and then I could put something else in the other part of the little pocket that I'd created with the envelope. Here on the front, I have some pictures here which were taken the first time my eldest sister dropped off some food to us after the lockdown started. We are not going out at all because many of my, well, 3 out of 4 people in this household are vulnerable. So we're not going out at all, and people are dropping off stuff to our porch. And yeah, my sister has been doing that, and her husband, quite a lot, and this was the first time. So we were waving to them from the window. I got a picture of them at their car, and then they got a picture of us waving from the window, or a couple of pictures, and they look quite funny and quite sweet, so I thought they would be a good thing to document. I am just using some Daphne's Diary scraps to cover that part of the envelope. I found one that had little houses on. I thought that would be, work kind of well for the whole staying at home thing. And then just plonking the pictures down and adding little scraps of washi tape to kind of look like the pictures are taped onto it, like a notice board or something like that. And then I just grabbed my roller date stamp to stamp the date onto there, because it was actually, well, as I said, it was pretty much the start of lockdown, like day 2 or 3, so it's a different date from what is when we got that letter. Although then I stamped the date of the 19th of April instead of the 9th, so I just had to cover up the 1 with a little sticker. Whoopsie. And funnily enough, if you saw my phone ring just then and me pick it up, it was actually my sister ringing me to say they were outside with some shopping. Could I unlock the porch door kind of thing so they could put it in? Which is kind of funny because I was documenting the first time they did it. Anyway, that really pretty picture there, again, that's a Daphne's Diary thing. That I originally was going to put that on the envelope, but then I decided it was too pretty to just cover all of it up, and it's kind of vaguely relevant to it, like it's someone sitting on a bench just outside a house, which technically, I know you're not supposed to do, but it's kind of in the ballpark of relevant. We can pretend the bench is in a garden, maybe, outside the house, so she's staying at home in her garden. I don't know, but it was pretty. I went around the edges, of course, with Oxide Antique Linen, and just added a couple of strips of washi there to, again, kind of make it look like it was just stuck on like a notice board or something. So yes, as I said, that putting the government letter into 4 and just putting it in the front part of the envelope meant I had another little envelope space to use. So I'm doing what I often do, which is take a piece of packaging from stickers or something, because they're often really, really pretty like this. I cover it with a layer of either plain paper or cardstock to cover up whatever's on the back, like branding or whatever, and then put a layer of fountain pen friendly paper over the top, because if I just put the fountain pen paper over the top, you can see through it, And then here I was just doing some washi tape around the edges so the paper didn't start to sort of peel up as it does sometimes when you use a wet glue or a Pritt stick or something. Then of course I'm just going to kind of decorate the little tag itself. I punched out a little tab here. It did have a hole in the top which I could have punched and made into more of a tag thing with some twine, but that was on the other side of that page with the cream egg tag as well, and I just felt, you know, it'd be nice to have something a bit different, so I put that there, or punched that out ready to go instead. Use some Daphne's Diary stickers, keep popping up in this video, to cover up the branding, and then just did a little sticker collage of random things. Some of them my stickers, like this little quote sticker about flowers, that's one of my stickers from my shop. Just you know, just a little collage of happy pretty things. That one says, where flowers bloom, so does hope. Just any sort of positive phrase like that I feel is a good thing to add in journaling about this particular subject. And yeah, just stamping the date. I think I just put April actually on the tab instead of just a specific date, and then just choosing what pen I'm going to use to do my journaling in. I have one that was inked with like this really pretty light green ink, and as I'd done that stay home in quite prominent green colours, I thought I'd be a little bit matchy with the whole green theme. And the journaling I did on there was just kind of general about lockdown and what we're doing and about how it's super important, but also kind of weird at the same time. So the last page I'm going to do, completely unrelated to anything going on at the moment. This was some pictures taken a while ago, so just a little fun one. Miranda Hart. If you don't know who she is, I can't explain who she is. She's marvellous. She posted on her Facebook page a while ago, like something, I can't even remember what it was, but it involved her feet. And I was looking at it, I was like, Miranda Hart's got the same boots that I do. And I was just so thrilled about it. And the best part about it is that her boots were exactly the same as mine. I mean, exactly, which means instead of buying full brand Uggs, she buys the cheap Holly boots from Amazon like I do. I was just so thrilled at this prospect of like a celebrity who just buys cheap stuff off Amazon rather than paying £120 for Uggs. I don't know, it was just the best thing ever. So I took a picture of her post on Facebook and then a picture of my boots and just wanted to document it because I'm a bit of a loser like that. So I just layered up a scrap of paper, this really pretty tag with the gold on. I went around the edges of everything with tea dye ink, partly because I feel like that kind of colour and tealy turquoise can work so beautifully together. Added my journaling up the top. I use these Snap Alphas to write such fun, which you'll get if you know who Miranda is. I only had one U, so here I'm just cutting off the bottom of a Q to make another U. And then once my letters are down, I think all I'm going to do is add a few stickers. Oh, these stickers here, I always try and remember to use these, often forget, but they're all samplers from Etsy sticker shops. I have a sampler just like this that goes out with all of my orders, and they often have such cute little stickers on, so I'm trying to remember to use them more often. So I had like just a cute little one of someone going woo, and a cup and a little heart, and that's it, one little fun page. I'm just flipping through little pages there to show you, and there are 3 spreads, or 3 and a bit spreads done in my junk journal. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will leave links to that are vaguely relevant in the description box. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Chat to me down in the comments, and I am gonna go. Thanks again. Bye bye.